Hello everyone, this is HuskyStarcraft here, back to some more Bronze League Heroes! Oh my goodness, guys. I cannot tell you how excited I am to be back from BlizzCon. It's not that I'm excited that BlizzCon's over. It's that BlizzCon has me so jacked for StarCraft and everything else that is Blizzard that I can hardly contain myself. So I'm like, you know what? I'm back from BlizzCon. I'm going to wake up early and cast a Bronze League Heroes, saying toss Imba already. With the big smack talk coming on out, let's go ahead and introduce our players. Down the bottom left side, it is going to be azazeth as the red Zerg, and his opponent on the map, Overgrowth, in the top right side is going to be Torelli. He's saying Protoss are pretty good, and I think that that is absolutely true. Even if he meant to say good, I think that good is indeed a Freudian slip, and I think that Protoss the master race! Alright, sorry guys, I'm letting my fanboyism show just a little bit. Now, as this game gets underway, I do actually want to talk about BlizzCon for just a moment. For those of you who were not there or were unable to watch online, I just have to say this was easily the best BlizzCon to date. And I've been to a lot of BlizzCons. I haven't been to, like, the first BlizzCon. I'm not that much of a hipster, guys, unfortunately. But it has been the best one that I've been to. And I've been to at least 4 BlizzCons. So, you know, I'm getting up there. I'm getting up there with the cool kids who have been there since the beginning, I would say. But either way, absolutely love this BlizzCon. The stages that they made for all their different games were amazing. I mean, you guys saw me play on the Heroes of the Storm stage. If you didn't, I'll try and find a link to that. But either way, that stage was amazing. And I do have to say, did you guys see the StarCraft WCS final stage? Oh my god, there is no way that stage did not cost millions of dollars, because it is pretty freaking sweet. We do have a very questionable wall-in coming up here for Torelli. He's going to try and drop that Cybernetic core down as the drone was attempting to block. However, drones can only block for so long, and this is like the most open wall-in I think I've ever seen. So that is not even Ultralisk proof at this point, although probably not going to be seeing Ultras anytime soon. So I guess that's pretty good, as it does look like this drone here is going to survive a little bit longer. 1 HP, that regeneration actually saving him until that probe ate him for breakfast. Drones, it's what's for dinner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, man. They're bagel bites here. But either way, the stage for StarCraft 2 was so amazing. I don't even know what to think. As if you guys didn't see it, go check out photos. Go check out photos right now. These lings are actually going to be moving out right now, and there wasn't a whole lot of defense here. There actually is no defense right now. More lings are on the way. That is, of course, going to cut into azazeth's economy. And is he continuing to make lings? No. Decides to go for drones here. The lings have shown up to the party. They decide to go straight for probes. I almost feel like going for the pylons is a better choice here, because this is going to allow him to get out a couple of zealots right now as he does run the probes around. And you also have to remember that he has a probe lead here, so he can actually afford not to be mining right now. He can afford to be losing a couple units here and there. Does, of course, need a little bit of money at some point, though, once the zealot is out. Wait, what do we go? We had a weird standoff there where not a whole lot was happening. Why are these lings just melting away with the lings on the move command? Oh my goodness, that was possibly the most botched ling attack ever. I feel like this is the current best time to sit back and say, welcome to Bronze League Heroes, where we cast the very best of the very worst. And remember that no matter how good or not so good you are at StarCraft, it does not matter. StarCraft is meant to be played for fun, and you should always treat it as such. Now, we do have, I guess, kind of the transition now for Torelli, where he's actually mining again, which is always nice. We'll see if we actually... I'm trying to see how you can even fix this wall in. I feel like maybe drop a pylon here and drop another gateway here, and then just have the one entrance right there. Or, God, but is there a hole right there, too? That's the real question. Maybe another pylon. I don't know. This wall-in is unsavable at this point. This wall-in needs to go on like an HGTV remodeling show, because it needs some serious help. Pimp My Entrance is what that should be called. Although also that could be the name of something else that we will be talking about. But right now we do have 6 more lings to move in. However, if 8 to 12 lings could not do any damage, I assume that 6 lings is not going to be doing any either, especially the second zealot right there. 2 zealots definitely going to be able to beat 6 zerglings, especially now if there's 3 zealots. I know how to count. We are going to be having some tech come on up here. The Twilight Council going down. Kind of curious to see exactly what that transitions into. I mean, he does have a lot of gas here, so it could be for High Templar, I suppose. However, Torelli is... Well, actually, both these players are going to want to expand pretty soon as azazeth. That is a mouthful if I've ever tasted it, if I've ever tasted a mouthful. Look, guys, this cast got really weird really fast, and we're just gonna keep flying on that high of BlizzCon, ignoring all of the awkwardness and powering right on through to the fact that both these players are on one base right now. We also have a very exciting Overlord race right here. Which one are you guys cheering for? Are you cheering for... Are you cheering for... Those are their names, of course, as looks like... Oh, actually, they gave up. They both quit. They retire. They're like greyhound dogs, man. They're retiring, and now you can take it home, and it'll make the best pet ever. Can you guys imagine having an Overlord who just kind of sit outside your house all day? It would suck, though, when it would be floating above your house and just starts pooping. That would actually be... never mind. Overlords would be terrible pets. But we have a Dark Shrine on the way, and actually, with no Lair Tech back at home, azazeth is either going to need to make a Spore Crawler here, or a Lair, or just an over... yeah, you need a Lair. Get the Overseer. I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be able to stop these ETs or not, or even realize that they are on the way. The Lings right now are going to go ahead and try and run up this ramp, but that will be suicidal. So I think for now, just laying this base as long as he possibly can is the answer. There's going to be that 8-minute first expansion for Zerg, and Roaches are on the way. More Lings going to be joining in, so trying to do this sweet timing attack. Unfortunately, there are going to be a Dark Templar on the way, and I assume that the DT is going to be able to hold this off. I almost feel like the Zealots can almost hold this off, especially if the Lings end up running up there first. They're going to be taking a lot of damage from these Zealots. No more warping into units, but that Dark Shrine is just moments away from being done. And there go the Zealots trying to hold the ramp, but decides to retreat for it now. That's going to give the Lings a better surround. The angle actually for the Zealots here, not the worst, but certainly not the best, as they go down instantly. So here's another attack that should be doing lots of damage for azazeth. He needs to get out those DTs before the pylons go down. There we go. 2 DTs on the way. They should be able to clean this up, albeit slowly, depending on how the micro is. It does look like he decides, you know what, I learned my lesson from the last game. I'm going to go ahead and kill off these pylons, so no reinforcements. DT's literally saving the day, as it does look like a lot of Lings. Lings go down after one slice. Dark Shrine here might actually fall, but I feel like the DTs have already done what they need to, which is actually keep him in this game. Actually, is that Dark Shrine going to fall? The DT's going to try and save it. Don't think they're going to be able to, though, as the Lings narrowly kill it off. The last 3 Lings able to finish the job. More pylons are on the way. And I gotta say, for a Bonds and Heroes game, both these players not having that much money, I think it's because of these slowly expanding expansions, if you can even say that. We do have another base up in the top left side, and given the lack of scouting by both players in this game, I mean, this is basically just a direct route for both these players. Actually, Torelli hasn't even left his side of the map. He did decide to swing by the watchtower at one point, but does end up not even scouting out. He does have this base up here. Not really doing a whole lot, considering he doesn't have any workers there yet, which would probably be ideal right now. Does he have workers in the main base? I mean, he has some, but he's just not making any additional ones. It does look like right now he does have a pylon on the way to repower that one warp gate. And a cannon right there to try and hold off any sort of sneaky attack. Lair Tech actually is going to be done here pretty darn soon. Overlord here, I'm not quite sure what this guy's doing. He is getting... Why is he selecting him so long? There he goes. The Overseer going to be on the way. That's exactly what he needs. Does have one probe now in the top left. This hidden base has a second probe transferring all the way over across the map. Talk about risky transfer right there. But hey, that is okay, as he now technically has 2 bases. He does still have a worker lead. Income is basically tied right now between these 2 players, and does have another can there just in the middle of the base. I mean, why not? Why not? Win behind, and Dark Shrine doesn't work. Win behind cannon in your own base. That is the real answer right now. But it is going to be 2 bases versus 2 bases. God, I miss when I don't cast Bronze League Heroes. This just makes me want to hop on and play StarCraft right away, and then I get absolutely destroyed by people much better than me. But that's okay. That is okay. That's the story of my StarCraft life. But we did have a probe over here. Is he actually going to expand, though? I honestly don't agree with this. Triple Stargate, that's something I can agree with. 3 Stargates on the way, completely hidden in the top left of the base. And maybe the Void Rays will be out just in time to once again save him with some clutch plays. The one cannon and second one over here by the Nexus probably not going to be enough to hold this off. I gotta say, azazeth is trying to play a standard PvZ to his heart's content. He's trying to match up those roaches to get a W, to get a V, to get a S. Winning, victory, and success. That's what we're going to go with right now. That's going to be the motto of this game. We shall see if azazeth can do it, though. 77 supply, going to be tough for Torelli here to defend. I mean, the Overseer are going to be able to kill off those DTs easily. But guess what? It could be Void Ray time at the top left side. I think this main base is actually dead, though. Another DT warping in. That is not an ideal time, though. He actually needs to morph these into 2 Archons, as the one can here try to buy him some time. Does he know how to make Archons, though? That's the real question. Overseer here. Actually, the Roaches are attacking the cannon, so that's going to give the DTs, a couple of free shots right now. Not enough to kill off too many DTs. Wait, this DT is still alive. Not enough to kill off as many roaches as he would like, but still the DT softening him up quite a bit. Finally goes down. But I do have to say, he did more damage than I would have thought, considering he did not morph them into Archons in time. We do have more gateways on the way. Would Mass Zealots right now actually save him? I don't think so. The Void Ray is going to have to be the saving grace. I honestly think this base in the top left side is his new home. He's going to go ahead and evacuate on out of here. Now, the important thing is that he's already got the tech structures he needs to make lots of Void Rays. He doesn't need to really make too much else, but he will have to make, if he wants to continue producing stuff, he's going to have to reproduce the Cybernetics Core, may have to go for the Twilight Council. He does have that other Dark Shrine that he built, but that one is going to get taken out. He can't really produce anything other than 1 Warp Gate's worth of units, and of course, those Stargates. Now, the roaches here are looking pretty confident. Now, this is actually a common mistake that a lot of Bronze League Heroes players make, and I want to say this is your pro tip of the day. When you're ahead, get further ahead. Don't be sitting on 2,000 minerals. That is absolutely not okay. Start injecting those larvae. Start expanding. Start massing up on stuff, because you never know if they have a hidden base or not, especially since those probes did run to the top left side. There's actually a shocking amount of workers here right now. Not a lot of gas here, so unfortunately can't really produce too many Void Rays. He is supply blocked as well, so he's going to want to drop those pylons down. But he does have a chance here to get back in this. Actually going for the high yield expansion here. A ballsy move. More and more pylons going down inside the main base. That's going to be an additional pylon getting taken out. So this supply block is real. The struggle is real here. More pylons going to be on the way. He will need more than 2, though. And actually only 1 pylon is going to be powering this. You can see he's trying to make those 2 Void Rays, but they're stuck in limbo as they are unable to warp in. Right now, the roach has got to take out the remainder of these tech structures, and we'll probably want to go ahead and reproduce the Cybernetics Core and all that, just so he can continue his tech. For now, though, just keeps powering up on Void Rays. Never a bad choice. Void Rays, Void Rays. Gotta mess up my Void Rays. Everybody's telling Blizz to nerf them, nerf them. Really, people don't say that often anymore, but that's okay. That is okay. There's going to be the triple Chrono Boost getting out those Void Rays right now. Does have this high yield expansion up. He's transferred the probes down. All of a sudden, he is training under 1,000 times Earth's gravity, Goku style. Azazeth throws out the GG. He says, question mark? Well, guess what, buddy? You got to scout. You got to scout. This base over here, actually not going to be scouted. He's actually going to the one spot that there's not a base. Does not have cans out here, but this high yield expansion is still alive, and he's got to get out these 3 Void Rays just in time. Once again, literally making the exact unit at the exact second that he needs it. He has a position perfectly. Is not going to be able to save this expansion right here, but I don't know if it's already paid for itself or not. Decides to go for pylons, really needs to go for workers here. Does not want them mining those high yield minerals, and the Void Rays here, do they decide to show themselves or not? 1 more Void Ray is on the way. The probes here have been completely taken out. They do decide to run away as the roaches here. They are going to kill off this Nexus. The probes, I don't think will escape, especially with that Zergling speed. He really hates pylons. He has it out for pylons, which actually has worked out for him so far, so can't really blame him. Another base down the bottom right side is going to be on the way. The Void Ray should actually be able to kill off all of this since there is no anti-air, but how quickly can they kill off all of it? That is the real question, and I gotta say, Azazeth, do not get too comfortable, buddy. 5,000 minerals, 300 gas. This is a common mistake. You should never get comfortable in a game. That is absolutely sure. Never get comfortable in a game until you are looking at the score screen. That is the rule. That is the law of being a good StarCraft player. Never let your guard down, absolutely ever. You never know what your opponent fully has, even if you think you do. Do not be fooled, as it is like this army right now. And even if they spot, you know, this army at the bottom right side, it doesn't matter, because the Mass Void Ray right now, he also has a Forge on the way, which I guess could be good at stopping just those kind of roaches and lings, but he doesn't really have that much money. He is trying to get additional money right now. You can see it, these last few buildings will go down, but these assimilators are a farce. They're a distraction. They serve no purpose right now. He thinks they're the only ones in the map. I mean, if we take a look at his vision as well, you can see why. I mean, there's nothing down here that he can see. There's nothing up the top left side, but that is due to a lack of scouting. Cannons are going to be on the way, actually in a pretty good spot, I would say. They kind of will protect these Void Rays long enough to kill them off. So if he is not paying attention while he attacks that top left side, he could be in trouble. Now, one thing to remember here for Azazeth is that since his opponent does have a Nexus, it is not revealing the buildings of Torelli. So Torelli right now does have a base. I mean, obviously we know that, but Azazeth, if he's paying attention, should know that as well. Remember, if you kill all their main command centers / nexi / hatcheries, it will reveal to you where their buildings are at. And more cans on the way. These cans actually at the perfect time, in the perfect spot. The Void Ray is going to eat up those lings. Roaches, do they decide to go for it? If they do, this will be suicidal. Don't go for the pylon. That is a very misleading pylon. There is many behind there that are powering it. There's going to be the prismatic alignment. The roach is running into the meat grinder. Does anyone want a roach smoothie? Because that is what we are seeing right here. Oh my god, it's a Christmas miracle, as it does like the Void Rays here. Got to be able to clean that one up. All of a sudden, azazeth going, okay. Well, we are dealing with an imminent threat right now. All of a sudden, this game has been flipped on its head. It never really was a base race. It was more of a based hiding. It was whack-a-mole with bases. More pros on the way down the bottom right side. Really not a lot of money in the bank for Torelli. There is a lot of money here for azazeth. Unfortunately, Spore Crawlers are not going to cut it. He needs Hydralisks, and he needs them stat. I don't even think Corruptors are a viable option at this point. It is just Hydralisks. That is the only answer. Maybe Infestors with Fungal, but even then, that is just not enough to kill off this many Void Rays. And this is a Bronze League Hero game. If I've ever seen one, mass Void Ray at the 21-minute mark, actually making it work here. Torelli has saved his base at the last second each and every time. Maybe Torelli's not a noob. Maybe he actually knows something we don't about StarCraft, which is go the Torelli build. This is the Torelli build, where instead of trying to defend your bases, you just expand all around the map and massive Void Rays win and where you can. The Void Ray is basically ready to go. How many is he actually up to right now? He is at an astonishing 10. All things considered, I think that's even more cannons on the way. So this base is locked down nice and tight. Even if he tries to flank attack, there's really no way for him to run that doesn't involve cannons. What do we have on production here for Zerg? He does have that one Hydras. He needs to get out like 20 to 30 Hydras ASAP. He does actually have quite a few on the way, but unfortunately just does not have enough gas. You can see him frantically trying to get that gas up and running. Does have now, I believe, 2 additional guys on the way. I don't think he was mining gas from there that entire time, but this will help him begin getting those Hydralisks. I do have to say, though, he actually needs a third base and needs it right away to start getting that gas. Now would be the perfect time for that, because yes, there are Void Rays on the map, but guess what? With gateways mixed in, you're going to have a hard time killing this off with just pure Hydralisks. The Void Rays are going to go ahead and move out. Now, they are actually going to move directly into these Spore Crawlers. I don't think the Spore Crawlers are going to be able to kill too many, but again, they're there to absorb shots from the Void Rays so that the Hydralisks can really do what they need to do. I think Hydralisks are the only answer right now. Probably wants to get Groove Spines, but there's no way he can afford that right now. Does finally have a third base on the way here, so this game could still go either way. The Void Rays deciding not to attack when they had their pristine opportunity. I think that we are going to have to rely on more of a standard unit composition mix here from Torelli. You can see him mixing in sentries right now. We'll see if he manages to actually use Guardian Shield or Force Fields, as of course it does require Micro. And currently the APM here for our Protoss player is at around 24, between 12 and 24 actions per minute. So we'll see if that actually pays off or not. I think just Mass Stalker might be the way to go here. 3 more Void Rays, always the way to go. The Torelli build in full effect right now, as he does have just more and more Void Rays on the way. But of course, he does have superior income, 1,500 minerals to only 300 minerals here. But I will say, azazeth really just needs gas. That is all he needs. So if he can get this hatchery up, if he can continue to get additional gas here, these Hydras will chew through the army that he has. He actually has had enough time right now to rebuild this army, to make it stronger. And now this game really is anyone's at this point. Army supply, you can see, actually 88 to 66. Some of that is roaches, which are basically worthless right now, but not for that long. The roaches actually will be effective the longer the game goes on, because they will be able to deal with those gateway units, and maybe the Void Rays accidentally attack them instead of the Hydralisks. We'll have to see, though, as this game moves on. azazeth has no upgrades for these Hydras, but man, does he have a lot of Hydras. There's going to be the Spores. Prismatic alignment coming out. That's going to chew through that armored building. Queen right there trying to be a hero. Spores, though, are stopping this up quite a bit. Might actually be able to kill one Void Ray, and it does. Every Void Ray is crucial. The Roaches right here going to absorb some of those shots, it looks like, from the start. And indeed, they do align the Hydras again to a pretty good spot. That is a lot of Hydras here. Actually, it's enough Hydras to kill off these Void Rays. All of a sudden, Torelli in a world of hurt here. He could have won if he moved out earlier, but unfortunately for him, he did not. And down go the Void Rays. This game now has momentum shifted back into the favor of azazeth. However, this base down here going completely unchecked. The base up at the top left side completely unchecked. I don't know that Mass Void Ray is going to bring him the victory, but you know what? Win behind and win ahead and win tied. Just make Mass Void Rays. That is what I always say. But we did. The drone's going to go ahead and move on out. They decide to go to the new base, actually. I think he wants to go ahead and continue getting gas. You can see he is still very low on gas, still very high on minerals, which you didn't know you could get high on minerals, did you? But hey-oh, but we do have the Mass Hydra right now. Roaches mixed in, and actually these Roaches now actually effective at dealing damage as well as absorbing damage from those Void Rays if mismicroed. So I'm wondering, how does Torelli deal with this? I think he has just enough to hold on to this base in the top left side with those cannons and Void Rays backing them up. But for how long? He needs a backup contingency plan. It can't just be gateway units off of 5 gateways. It needs to be something. Does he get Psystorm? Does he get carriers? Does he get Colossus? These are things that he really needs to be heavily considering right now, because Mass Gateway is just not going to do it for him. He does have a Mothership Core on the way. I guess he could use that Time Warp. Let's do the Time Warp again. I don't know, guys. I think my music career is going quite great. You can expect the World Tour any day now. Hydra's here. They're all looking at this Roach. They are making that Roach extremely, extremely nervous. Ever feel like everyone is watching you? Because that Roach sure as hell does. Right now, we're actually having a little bit of a lull in the action, as we are having kind of the most interesting, weird Bronze Heroes I've ever seen. He actually decided to expand back to his old base, and also just back to this randomly placed, like, 3rd/4th base. But we shall see if he decides to continue mining there, or if he's just going to go ahead and continue massing up off of what he's got. Do we have more gas on the way for our Zerg player, Azazeth? Yes, we do, but not as early as he would need it. Really, he needs to make sure he's making more Overlords as well. He does have that Spire nearly done. I don't know if a Spire is a great option. I mean, Mass Mutalisk is okay versus Void Ray, but once we start to have those gateway units, it starts to be a very different story. We do have this base basically mined out now. There's 140, 50, 60, 70 minerals left at that base. Decides to transfer all the way across the map. And actually, the transfer timing might be spot on. Wow. That is actually like the perfect well, it was the perfect transfer until he didn't actually get clicked on the mineral patches. So I was amazed there for a brief moment. Currently, he has like 25 idle workers here. Yeah, at least 25 right now. But it does look like more pylons on the way for Torelli, as he does not want to get supply block. Cannot blame him. There's going to be the probes getting to work, and these probes get to work as well. He does set the rally point there. The Mass Roach, Mass Hydra composition, though, still looking powerful. We do have the Infestation Pit done. And does he decide to make a Hive Tech? Apparently making a Queen right now. Not quite sure what the point of the Queen is here, but we shall see if he manages to start injecting those larvae. We do have an Overseer going to be morphing in right now. But what is the follow-up for Azazeth? I mean, he did make the Spire. He could actually make 15 Mutalisks right now. He does have the money to do so, and 15 Mutalisks versus this army would actually prove to be quite good. Deciding to make the Hive Tech just now. We'll see exactly if he decides to get Ultras, or is he going to go for Broodlords. But he does have Corruptors on the way. I mean, Corruptors are okay here. Not the best ideal choice, I would say. Just because, again, they do take a lot of damage from Void Rays. But I will say, 14 of them might be enough to counterbalance the amount of Void Rays we currently see, which is at 15. So the Corruptor Hydra army should be okay. I think Mutalisk is actually better here, but we shall wait and see. The Zealots, I think, would definitely not do well versus Mutalisks. Who would have thought? 3 Robo Bays on the way, or Robo Facilities. I'm still used to calling them Robo Bay after all these years. 3 Robotics Facilities here. Wow. That could be a lot of Immortals. That could be a lot of Colossi, or a lot of Warp Prisms, I suppose. But we do have the Nexus here just going to be chilling. Is mining 12 at a time. Not bad. This one has 21. Probably wants to go for the gas. This base over here basically mined out. That's really his only gas income right now. So he needs to make sure that he is mining off those other geysers, as he will need that gas, especially with 3 robotics facilities. You need a lot of gas to be powering off of those. We'll see if that actually happens or not, though, as both these players, 155 supply to 198 army supplies. That's the real question. 134 to 122. 66 worker supply here for Torelli. That is a lot of workers right there. And only 33 here for Azazeth. However, that will allow Azazeth to have a much larger army if he can actually get the money he needs, because he'll have more supply available for that. We do have the Greater Spire on the way, and also the Fleet Beacon at almost the exact same time, as this game is getting a little bit ridiculous. We're starting to see stuff we haven't seen in eons, man. I mean, really, Corruptors, Colossi, no. Got those very, very late. Actually, no Colossi at all, but Carriers, yes, please. As you do have the Zealot Void Ray army going to move in. This space is as good as dead. Same thing with the Corruptors. Deciding to focus it down right away, but Corruptors are going to get taken out here as well. And this is going to be the deciding factor here. Resources lost is basically tied here. Actually tied for a brief moment as well. But this army in a pretty good spot. But that is just a lot of Zealots. Prismatic Alignment, though, is going to run out when the major battle actually takes place. If it decides to take place right now, 3 Hydras, man, they are ballsy. As it does look like Dragon Ball Z here, as we do have lots of lasers coming on down. Pretty good force fields. Actually, Guardian Shield being activated as well, but again, no Prismatic Alignment here, allowing the Corruptors to just do their thing. The Hydras in the back eating up all those Zealots. Drones just continuing to mine because screw it, as it does look at the Void Rays are going to have to retreat here. Not the best engagement. What is this army doing, though? What is this army doing? It was on the move command, and all of a sudden the Zealots somehow survive. Azazeth has thrown this game away. There's the prismatic alignment. Not even all the Void Rays are actually attacking right now. And I do have to say that Azazeth is in a world of hurt right now. He is not in a World of Warcraft. Roaches are going to be on the way, but that's going to be it. I think the premature GG is what did him in. The Roach is going to die right away. Are they on the move command? That's the real question. No, they're not. So they will begin attacking these Zealots, but again, the Void Rays just chew through them like a knife through water. It's not even a knife through butter. It is literally through water. Absolutely no resistance there, as it does look like Torelli, man, he has got StarCraft figured out. These are some pro strats right there. He's saying, I hate Protoss. Oh, man, the fact that he's blaming Protoss for this. Torelli doing a little laughing face there, which is all you can really do as Protoss when you win with an A-move army. I think we've all been here at least once or twice, guys. But the comeback is real. The comeback king. You know, they say don't call it a comeback, but that really was a comeback. He narrowly survived every single round of those attacks and made exactly what he needed to. These Void Rays, man, they are just raking in the kills here. Resources lost, just skyrocketing. That's going to be a hive tech. That is really going to boot up that resources lost, and indeed, there it goes. That is going to be it. I think Azazeth's just playing this out in his head, trying to see what he can do with this 2 supply. He does have these 2 drones. There it is. There's that base that you never scouted. I think he's trying to see, are there any more bases as well? At this point, he knows he's lost. He knows that it's over, but he wants to know where are these other bases at. Decides to hide the drones here. Does not have enough to even build a hatchery, though, so this game is definitely over. As the Void Rays, is he actually going to lose by elimination? It looks like he very well may. Maybe he is angrily typing something right now, but it will never be said there, as that spawning pool does go down. And Torelli, the hero that the Protoss needs, he is actually the leader in Legacy of the Void, guys. I saw the entire game at BlizzCon. Torelli is the new leader of the Protoss. They are going to take back Ire. They are going to be doing everything the Protoss has wanted to do for a very long time. So anyways, hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure to send your replays to huskyreplays@gmail.com. And again, a big thanks to my friend Sinvicta. He's the one who sorts through hundreds of replays every week, and he is the one who will watch your games. So send your games to huskyreplays@gmail.com. That's HuskyReplays@gmail.com. So anyways, hope you guys enjoy it, and of course, I'll see you guys next time.